Hello everybody, it's Miran here. Welcome back to a new episode of Hearts of Iron 4, playing with Germany. We are in the year of the Lord, 1958. And we're moving on with this campaign. Oh wait a minute, we got a problem here. We're lacking a lot of food. But this will be a big problem. As you can see, we still get some problems here. And we also cannot launch a nuclear bomb. We're gonna have to send all these planes back home. We're not gonna need them here. So let's do this. Let's just send them back home. Or to hold them. Holding them is also going to be nice because we're not gonna need that much manpower and such. We're also not gonna need all this because you can see there are basically no planes, no troops down here. So we're gonna hold them as well. I'm just gonna have to send them to fight the Soviets. We're not gonna really need them. Of course, there are still the British and the Americans, so they could take back this, but I'm gonna have to stop this by sending some units. Send them. Because first of all, we don't really need all these troops down here. We're gonna basically need them here as well. I mean, in Great Britain. So that the Allies would not attack us, you know. Living in Edinburgh, base of Great Britain, we could actually just send them out of here because I don't really think that someone's gonna dare to attack us. We're just gonna stay in that area. I think that would be fair enough. Now, another thing I want to do is to deploy some troops because we got plenty of divisions. We also got some divisions from Spain. Because I think Spain is not directly at war with the Soviet Union. They are at war with the Americans. Not so good. Many of these troops have been completely annihilated by the Russians. This is of course very unfortunate. Now let's see if we have some other Grenzwacht division. We also got some Croatian and Danish troops. But it doesn't seem that we got any other units, any other Grenzwacht units. This may seem so. That's unfortunate. I was just hoping that we're gonna have more. But that's all we have. Of course, we have also some losses. Now, I'm gonna have to replenish these armies. But as you can see, they are replenished actually. We're gonna need actually more troops. We also got an offensive down here against the Russians. The problem is that we're taking such a huge loss in manpower. That sucks. Now, if we're gonna take this island, this is going to be alright. Of course, the Russians are also taking some losses here. Well, what else can I do? We need some upgrades. We've got another army down here. So I think we're gonna send like more panzer divisions. So this guy is gonna need a lot of troops. We're gonna have 2 more armies in Africa, and as you can see, the Allies are being able to move so far away. This of course is very annoying. Let me just see if we're gonna be able to decrypt our ciphers. This is of course bad. We're not gonna make bridges, we're gonna try to encircle all these American troops. I think this tank division will be killed first, and we might actually encircle them. There we go. So we're talking about 5 allied divisions or so. They're about to take, which is of course great. Now we could do the same here, since the Allies are keep attacking us. They also got only 2 divisions, maybe. Can be to beat them. It seems not, but we will come. Over here is having his own trouble, fighting in the northern. And we were sending, as far as I know, this dude, where is the one? Right here, in this area. Now we don't really have to attack somewhere else against the Russians, but the problem is that the Russians themselves will attack us villains to take it. I wanted to take them, but they are also counter-attacking. Of course, we are having some troops there, but they will attack us again. Romanians are also trying to break us, it's not gonna work, and they are also advancing here. Now here, we launch a huge aftermath and try to attack this tiny territory beyond the... Oh, so this is gonna look very, very nice stuff. Here, so we're gonna pull back the Russians. We don't really have to attack in too many directions. We're gonna have to attack in only 2 directions. Of course, the losses will be huge, and I know that. Because Karelia alone will... As you can see, we're just gonna pull them back. Let's see what else we have. So here we can research something else. What can we get? One of this. And then pathology. Break, I think. We could send some spies in Moscow. Have to send even more and have them build something. They'll be regarding a spy, regarding research. Let me see if we have something else to research. I don't think we have. And the situation is not looking that bad after all. It was a long campaign, but it was a nice one. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. It's a very nice one. We have achieved a lot in this game. We have researched everything. Done with research room. Hard to find 4 black items. Also research everything around here. There's nothing else. Maybe technology. Maybe we got something else here. As far as I remember, we had, but now we don't have anymore. Naval. Yeah, that was a good one. Kriegsmarine Doctrine. Regarding Luftwaffe, we could research Luftwaffe, but we get it already. And there are indeed a lot of type of planes, including the Junkers transport and the Junkers heavy bombers. Junkers 290 was the last one. We could also drop new type of planes here. And I can also send a lot of planes to fight the Russians too, because we're just going to need this. So as you can see, we are researching everything also regarding nuclear bombs. There's basically nothing else left. Concentrated industry or dispersed industry. But we have done everything. Also here, the resource manufacturing. There has been a lot of research manufacturing, but we are done with everything. We're not researching anything. Loot Force 1 here, at least we're moving forward. Now let me just move some of our airplanes. Fight against the Russians, whereas you can see we're still having air support. That's incredible. Here we can let them do something. I'm not quite sure what exactly is that supposed to be. I would have some planes that we have. We got, for example, what here. Yeah, they're just standing by because they don't have any other places. Now we can either send them back into reserves because they don't really need basically a lot of them. Too many of them, including here. Thanks for watching. Alright, looking good. Now we can send all of these planes, for example, in this area on the eastern front and just attack them. Also guarding Italy. There are a lot of places. And it also seems that we're gonna pull the Russians back down the hill. And they have a huge defense. Standing by. Yeah, we'll just send them back. There are many standing by, and I'm gonna send them back because basically we're not gonna need them, at least not now. That way we're gonna get a little bit more manpower. So we suddenly have very little manpower. It's going to increase when we're gonna send these dudes back after they have fought for the Battle of England. But we still got very few manpower. I think we're gonna have more manpower. I just have some more battle with Soviets, but I think they're still into winners. Now I just sent forth another fleet. I don't want to. I was thinking they were gonna have some fleets. They will have something that are patrolling here. Yeah, I could put up another region, which is this one, because we're gonna have to stop a possible invasion. Operating in the North Sea. The Baltic region. But I think that's enough. Now let me see if the Soviets should be there. So that we're gonna wipe them out here, for example, fast, because we also have a lot of their support. So they're trying to pull us back, and I think it's gonna work. And they are the one to keep attacking. I'm not quite sure about that. We got a lot of troops, so we don't have to attack all of them. I just have to see what the Soviets are having last year. We got a lot of infantry units. And I could launch an attack, we're gonna have more chances of taking them out. These guys are here, still moving. We're gonna have to get all the way through Sweden. We're gonna have to build more industrial farms. Unfortunately, we don't have a big construction scheme, so we can build one per each province. So of course a big problem. Only build one. Building in Rhineland. Yeah, but we're gonna try to build a lot of them because we're gonna need also some radar stations. The Russian border, even if it's gonna be like one for each. I'm also gonna draw some anti-area batteries. Yes, because we also got a lot of stuff to build. Almost done. These are of course a lot of anti-air units. I'm just gonna try to build them for Croatia. Should possibly be taken by the Russians. We'll see about that, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna have a lot of problems. The question is, what exactly are we going to attack next? The Russians are having, of course, a lot of troops everywhere. Let me just try to see if we can launch an attack. Let's try it. No, it's not gonna work. Fail from the beginning. And the Soviets, of course, are trying to encircle us. They're attacking with a lot of divisions, and simply they're gonna wipe us out. Force 1, this is, I guess, good. Good capture ratio. Was here. Winter equipment production allows acquisition winter gear ability for 1 million winters, 42 days. So I hope they're not going to circle us here. We do have the force up for retreating. But it would be terrible. And you see that Rommel is doing a great job and is advancing extremely fast.
und
We're just
Stimmen
gonna have to move
an
fast before Finland will fall. It seems that
im
this might happen actually very
da
fast.
kehr ich durstig ein. Herr wird
And yeah,
eine
we're just gonna take the rest of
eine
Korea.
Kanne blanken Wein, ergreife die
Then we will see the
Fiedel,
many forces
du
are leaving here.
lustiger
It's a big state.
Spielmann, du, von meinem Schatz das Lied,
Might be able to circle.
das
So let me
sing
see
ich
if they will
dazu.
also. So they have a few troops here. We're gonna arrive some armies. Might be able to destroy those units for good. And here we still didn't manage to take them out, which is something that I do
Und
not
find ich
agree with.
keine
Nor I like.
so
On this gone. We're gonna have to take those out.
Nacht, wohl
Very
unter
fast. They're
blauem
gonna be able to attack and take us out.
die Sterne
You see, they're not gonna make it.
wacht
This is
im
looking good.
Winde.
Are they taking somewhere else? No, the Russians are just standing their ground. We're doing the same because we're gonna have to take care of our resources. And we have to see what exactly is gonna happen here.
O
So we're just gonna have to move forward.
wandern, du freie Burschenlust, da weht Gottes Odem so frisch in die Brust. Da singet und jauchzet das Herz
so
zum
troops have arrived.
Himmelszelt. Wie
Now I can also upgrade some of the dudes.
so schön, du weite,
57, that should be enough.
weite
Unfortunately, only one. What about here? No, unyielding defender is much better. And that was all. But it's okay. And I'm going back here.
Vor der Kaserne, vor dem großen
Could wait a
Tor,
little bit and then attack
stand
by
eine
the
Laterne und steht sie noch davor. So wollen wir uns da wiedersehen, bei der Laterne wollen wir stehen, wie einst Lili
We're gonna force them a lot of divisions down here.
wie
But as you can
einst
see, we are the one to attack. Now here they have decided not to push forward. Unfortunately, our troops are still moving very
Unser
slowly.
beider Schatten sah wie einer aus, dass wir so
Even
lieb
this,
uns
guys
hatten,
are
das sah man gleich
Our rebels should
daraus.
arrive immediately.
Und alle Leute sollen es sehen, wenn wir bei der
And
Laterne
we should just move down
stehen,
south,
wie
all the way around
einst
here.
Lili
And try to take out Moscow or something. But we'll see
wie
about that later.
einst
Now let me see if we're gonna be able to
Lili
completely crush the Soviets here. Because releasing Helsinki is gonna be a massive blow for the Russians. And a massive outcome.
Deine Schritte
for,
kennt
the
sie,
Finns.
deinen schönen Gang.
There you go,
Alle
so we have
Abend
some-
trennt sie,
what they're
doch
trying
mich
to
vergaß sie lang.
reach.
Und sollte mir ein
So, but as you can see, they are also in circle here, so that will be good for the Finns. Now, unfortunately, we're losing an incredible number of manpower. I don't understand how. I'm gonna refuse this. I'm losing a lot of manpower. I don't understand because no one is attacking us. Did we take Vilnius? Yeah, we take Vilnius. That's good, but it's not enough. We could try to advance here too. Actually, we don't really have any divisions. I think we got very little divisions everywhere. What's that? Launch a very nice attack in here. And advance a little bit farther. The problem is that we don't have manpower. We're losing a lot of manpower.
Aus dem stillen
Because of this attack.
Raume, aus
Because
der
this was
Erde
wiping out the Russians.
hebt mich wie im
That's what we want.
Traume
That's
dein
exactly what was supposed to
verliebter
happen.
Mund.
Here,
Wenn sich die
there are the Finns
Spiele
attacking the Russians.
Nebel drehen,
Now here they're
werd
gonna bring
ich
perhaps a few
bei
more
der
divisions. Which is good because
Laterne
they're taking them out
stehen,
as well.
wie einst
Yeah, so as you can see, we are taking them out, and I think
wie einst
Helsinki has been released.
Marleen.
There we go. And now, take up in a second, can we just, okay, we could prepare, we could infiltrate the army.
Lili Marleen, wie einst Lili Marleen.
We could automatically do this. That's okay with me. have only 2 divisions. That's too bad. But anyway, we managed to do it. And now what about Rommel? Rommel can launch an attack and use the makeshift bridges. I'm gonna try to force Rommel to completely wipe out the Russians. Winter equipment, this is good. This is good and useful. Encircle doctrine for 120 days. Oh, I guess that's good. Probably Rommel's gonna move, I'm not quite sure. So any massive attack by the Russians here, so it doesn't take place now. Did they take this? They didn't take this as well. The Russians are having some trouble. I don't know, however, what the Allies are doing. Oh no, they did the same. They just managed to break here, and they are trying to encircle now. They're gonna use the same mechanism. The Allies are sending. They're not sending any troops here. They're a bunch of idiots. Oh yeah, they are actually sending. But I don't think that they're gonna make it. Honestly. And we're also taking a lot of attrition. That's why we're losing a lot of manpower. Okay, we should go and try to take them out here. What do we have? Yeah, just like I thought. So they're gonna try to completely encircle us. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what kind of shit is gonna come out of it. This shit is happening again. It's so fucking annoying. It's unbelievably annoying. I'm trying to attack here. I'm gonna lose like... Rapid response team. So this motherfucker, we're just gonna move around here and he's gonna circle all over the troops. Yeah, just as I said. Just like I thought. But at least some of our troops will just move forward. How we gonna do to encircle? I'm just gonna... Incredible. How the fuck? This is a tank division. There's the problem. Yeah, they're just trying to encircle us completely. What the fuck? Nah, they haven't encircled us, just like that. There are some troops moving down here. Yeah, it's the same shit that happened before, it's happening now again. So fucking annoying. Wie quälst du mich so hart? Ich lieg in schwerer Traum. Back everywhere. He remembers with the fucking tanks and we're not able to do anything. Just losing more and more fucking troops in this area. It happens every fucking single time I try to advance. Whatever, I'm not even gonna live there. I'm not interested about what the fuck is going on there. Where else we could attack? Isn't that Rommel is supposed to advance a lot here? What the fuck is he doing? That's fucking unbelievable. Right, and we did it here, but we could launch, for example, another attack. Right here. In a nearby area in Moscow. Let's see about that. Also managed to encircle, yeah, just only 4 divisions that we can arrive here. We could take them out immediately. Now Rommel will receive the order to move forward. This area. All the way up to Stalingrad. Go ahead. And he's gonna go with the requisition of winter equipment. Can attack already because there are no troops around here, so we could basically move on and attack on the Russian territory immediately. This will increase also a little bit the income of Finland. So what exactly is this guy doing then? Did I tell him to stay here? Just run away from there. He doesn't need to go there. could guard some other area, but not there. If we take an attrition, it's not one. That's what's going on here. How bad is the situation? Yeah, we're gonna lose even more fucking divisions. But I was hoping that, yeah, so the troops, they are trying to hold the line, but I don't think they're gonna make it, honestly. So the allies are taking us everywhere. I was also hoping that we're gonna be able to move on, but it's not working. The allies are also trying to attack us here. We could try to attack them. Maybe not. We're gonna have to be careful about manpower, because we got no manpower.
Warum soll sie's nicht werden? Ich seh sie
Here we're also taking attrition, which is not good. Let's see where we got less manpower, so that we could possibly... Oh, they are pulling us back here. Yeah, they are pulling us. They have attacked everywhere. Shit, this looks terrible. I said that we can attack, but I should kill them. However, in some places I could launch a tiny attack. It also seems that it's not working. It might work, however, here. So let's go on and let's try to pull the Russians back everywhere. I mean, almost everywhere. Even if the loss is not huge, but I appreciate that we can do this. Especially where we can attack with many other divisions. And where they don't have too many other divisions, such as here in Zolochny. Even if they have a lot of divisions, I think we can take them out. Yeah, we got a 10 division, but I also think that we can take them out here. So we're gonna have to try to pull them back. Now, where else can we take? Nowhere else. And however, need some troops, especially in Africa. This idiot lost 5 divisions. So we some reinforcements immediately. And some more reinforcements. Most of the troops are okay, they are replenished. What is Rommel doing? Yeah, he's advancing. I only hope that he's gonna advance faster. Of course, at one point, might have to pull back, so we're gonna advance there as well. We're gonna come from the north and from the west. Yeah, Rommel is advancing here in the north, that's looking great. Now this will increase the capacity of Finland a lot and cause the Soviets to lose even more territory. Even if they're gonna bring a lot of reinforcement, then I'm not sure about that. Yeah, so Rommel still has the chance to advance. Same thing here, we're gonna get closer to Leningrad, although I'm not quite sure they're going to take it. But I think they will not going to take it. Certain doctrine, that's good. The war behind the front, the population -1%, for resistance target -10. Force anti-Soviet alliance, and we still got some interesting stuff here. Yeah, this proposal is going to take 3 days. And we also managed to encircle 1 division here, so we can help out and take him out. Take it out. A bit of Karelia maybe later. So we're going to have to see where the sun can advance. Unfortunately, the Soviets are taking out entire Romania. Alright, let me just cause them some damage. It's not working. The Soviets are suddenly extremely fucking powerful. It doesn't really seem that we can attack someone else. We're protecting this settlement. It is also well defended, but it seems that we're gonna wipe them out immediately. If you're gonna take a lot of troops, we will be able to pull them back. The secret is just to launch a lot of things, such as here, and the launching. Did we check here? It didn't work. I don't understand what exactly happened, because I thought that we're gonna wipe them out. They haven't did a huge defense. It's not gonna work for a long time. As you can see, we managed to pull them back. We have decrypted another cipher though. But whatever, we're just going to use everything we can do. I'm going to check again in Africa because I hope that there's not too catastrophic. Now, since that, I think we are able to keep this at least a little bit. Just for a while. Here, the same thing. You can launch an attack here to pull them back or somewhere else. But I think that it might work. We're taking some attrition and we're taking attrition too, and here they are pulling us back. They are actually advancing through this territory in Romania. I don't understand how is this possible. I thought that we got gonna have incredible troops down here, but I see that we don't. Do we have to send some reinforcements? Seems not. Anyway, Rome is advancing as well from the north, which is great. We're just about to take Leningrad. Romans, of course, a formidable fighter. He's just pushing forward with his tanks. Yeah, we're just about to take Leningrad. This is looking incredible, but it is true. Might also be to encircle some even more Russian divisions here. They simply don't have. Yeah, I said that we're gonna take Leningrad. It's incredible. It'll be a massive blow for the Russians. That are being pushed back here. Their morale is going to decrease, and we might also be able to encircle some Russian troops down here. A little bit of luck. Let me just check what is going on somewhere else, because I don't want the Russians. Oh, they are actually advancing too fucking much, and we're taking attrition and everything. That sucks enormously. I don't even know what the fuck to do. Frankly, the only thing we can do is send these guys out and these guys out.
Dass die Zeit einst golden war, will ich nicht bestreiten, denk ich doch im Silberhaar. Vergangener Zeit denk ich doch im Silberhaar. Vergangener Zeit
I don't understand how exactly the fuck they are able to advance so fucking fast. Like they should just need to take this territory. I'm gonna send even more troops then.
Bis auf diese Stunde, dass der frühe Morgen gab.
They're taking like the whole fucking Europe here because they broke through.
Tag ist zwar ein Königssohn, mehr die Silberwiege.
Right, but Rome is still advancing in the north, and that is very interesting. Let's see how far away how this will look like. Of course, my objective now is to stop the Soviets from attacking here, from taking out all of Romania and stuff. Somehow we're gonna have to get out of here. Yeah, they can have this territory. Unfortunately, they have encircled some of our divisions, or even other divisions. Fuck off. And what I want to do, fuck off, is to be able to defend here, put up some troops in, it's whatever it is. That's the look for. No matter how much attrition we're gonna get, because the Russians also getting attrition. Try to take this and try to encircle them. Good. Then how many divisions we got here? I think we can take them here. Good. Now if you're gonna be able to keep this, you might really be able to encircle them.
Von Sorgenlast und Not Brot. Valerie,
Just keep the line. Are they advancing in the central line? It seems not. Right, but Roma is advancing in the north, and this is incredible. And that's exactly where we're supposed to come. Okay, so we got some divisions here. We have circled right now. Take them out immediately. Not too many of them, but we can still pick them up. Also attack here and here, it says, although I'm not quite sure about that. I cannot guarantee that we're gonna be successful. We're taking out a lot of troops, and we also don't have enough manpower all of a sudden. This is a terrible situation. Here I think in Africa we're also gonna lose some territory, but I don't really want to do something about it right now. We also launch a huge attack here, we're gonna lose already even more manpower. Let's see what we're gonna do here with Rommel, because it seems that he's doing great. Alright, Rome seems that he's advancing. We've taken some territory, Russian territory there as well. We're gonna pull the Russians back. Let me see if we could, did they break the encirclement here? They actually did break the encirclement. Wonderful. This will enable us, because I could pull them back a little bit more. And like fast. And if you're going to be able to capture some of the ports, then that would be really awesome, because we got here some Russian divisions that could break completely before they're going to arrive in this area. As you can see, they are arriving actually, but before they're going to arrive, it should be to pull them back. Yeah, we're going to take another port. Yeah, we're pushing them back very, very hard. We're just about to encircle a lot of Russian divisions. This is a very interesting thing that is going on there. German railway gone in 7 days. Yeah, they are of course sending a lot of troops, which is okay with me. I don't have anything to influence that. 105 can also come with this aggressive assaulter. That's great. Aggressive assaulter is always good. Unfortunately, our manpower is going down like hell, and this is not good. And we need to do everything we can to pull them back here, even if we're going to take losses. This is a good opportunity to wipe out a lot of Russian divisions. Diplomatic training. Alright, let's see how far away they're going to move. So you guys gonna move down here. And I'm gonna circle a lot of Russian divisions. Yeah, it says that it's not too many of them, but it's going to be a lot of them. And then we can send our forces back. Unfortunately, they have taken Istanbul. This is a big problem. Where else can we attack? Nowhere else. No, they are not actually moving down for now, which is good, but it's not going to last long. Let me see if you can attack them somewhere else where they don't really have too many units. Theoretically attack them here. Push them back a little bit more. Here we also got, we don't have too many troops down here. There are a few places we could possibly attack. Ah shit, they are pulling us back here. Yeah, here they're gonna pull us back. But in the northern we were supposed to break them. Are we even breaking them? I cannot really tell that. Although it says that we are pulling them back. Manpower is looking acceptable for now, but it's not gonna last long. here's also looking very good. Let's attack there. This guy can attack near Galatz. If we pull them back, let's see what's going on. If we're gonna pull the attack, I think it's going to work. Perhaps not for a long time. And also here, these guys might be pulled back. I'm gonna have to attack them as well. I guess that we'll see about it. Let's see what's going on in Africa. They are not advancing. And here, situation is also stable. Who's attacking? The Hungarians are attacking. This is so poorly. And we're advancing also from the northern. As far as I can see, although the battles here are terrible because of the attrition. Just doesn't even work. I'm going to change the email codes. Any sense of attacking everyone except where we can attack. Yeah, I don't think that the Allies will be able to keep this from the Soviets. We're gonna take Istanbul. The Bulgarians are anyway ruthlessly carved up. They got almost zero manpower. However, they got really a lot of manpower though. We're gonna have to move forward. We're gonna also try to breach here. There we go, it actually worked. Now we have managed to encircle another amount of Russian units. Which is exactly what I was expecting. Yeah, we wiped out a lot of Russian division. I wonder how many losses did the Russians take? The Americans 10 million, we also lost 10 million. How about Russia? India 6 million, how about Russia? Come on, show me Russia. 5 million only. I think they were supposed to lose more. Could launch also an attacking here, but I'm afraid that is not going to work very well. Yeah, just as I thought. Just one little tiny attack and then they will be all. I'm gonna stop them from attacking. The Darian here might be able to attack them, but maybe not just yet. Divisions. 3 divisions. I'm just gonna try to move it there and then move it. Because the Russians are also taking a lot of divisions, a lot of attrition. It didn't work. They have brought 4 infantry divisions. No one can stop us here. It's really working. The Russians are really not doing enough job here. I think with a little bit of luck we might need to completely encircle them. Okay, we're gonna wait a bit on another division to arrive and then we're gonna try to make an encirclement. Fuck off. Well, there they are. It would be nice to attack here, honestly. There you go, because now we could make a huge encirclement. We're gonna take them out somewhere else. it will work. We're gonna launch a nice attack in here. And we're gonna encircle all these divisions. They're resisting well because they got a lot of tank divisions. Like a little bit of luck, I think I might be able to wipe them out. Actually, it worked. Now, I could wait a little bit because we have inserted another amount of Russian units. Can we launch another attack somewhere else? No, but isn't it here Istanbul is being preserved? We have also managed to advance here too. Oh, this is incredible. This is really wonderful. So, which means that we could push forward here. With even only one division. Even only one division will do the job. And here I think as well. The problem is that we got too few divisions, too few units. Just a few Iranian units. I'm also gonna pull them back a little bit down there, and I could also launch an attack with this guy. I'm not quite sure how good it's going to be. Automatic training. I'm gonna form all these rice commissariats, but not now. We just say that we're gonna do this later. Sabotage networks is good. More stuff to research here than somewhere else, and yeah, it seems that Guderian is doing a great job. He's advancing, and against the Russians, Rommel is also advancing, but not in the best shape though. Here in the north, the pushing is enormous. We're also running out of manpower a little bit. We're making a lot of manpower together with our allies, the Finns, and we are pulling them back a lot. All of a sudden, some of the Russians are running out of manpower. Although they got 8 million though, and also a lot of divisions. Right, we're supposed to also have inserted some divisions just because they got no chance here at all. Also, pull them back if you want to even more. Some of the Russians they don't have enough divisions. This is very strange, I have to say. So wait a little bit, these guys are encircling me. What we could do is to launch an attack here, and pull them back in here. Let's see if this is gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna work fast. We're gonna have even less territory. An attack should take place. So the tanks, I don't care about that. Which I'm also taking a lot of losses with our troops here. They are trying to break the encirclement, as you can see. Let me see. They are pulling us back here. And they are sending more troops in the north. Although our guys are able to advance now. I think the Russians are running out of some sort of equipment or manpower. I would have sent also some other kind of troops doing much better, but it doesn't matter. Okay, and now I want to launch another attack. Things are looking very good here. The problem is that I don't have enough. Yeah, I know, I have completed this kind of things in one kind of country, so okay, did they manage to cross through Istanbul? No. And what about Guderian? He's having some trouble, you know? But I'm gonna let him keep attacking. Because anyway, we have a lot of forces, a lot of tanks, and we are very powerful, taking back of this Romanian territory. Okay, now I'm gonna have to wait with this guy. It doesn't really seem to anybody good. This is going on somewhere else. I hope that we don't have any invasion here. That the British are still having their fleet, but we are sinking. And in Africa, are they being able to pull us back? I don't really think so. Of course, we're taking a lot of attrition. Yeah, the Americans are trying to attack it, but it's just not going to work. And luckily, Rommel is doing good in the north. He's advancing. But here it says that we can launch another attack. I doubt about that a little bit. Oh, here, I also launch another attack as well. But I think that this guy doesn't have offensive line. I think that's the problem. Yeah, now he's attacking, and when we can attack as well, that's one, because we're gonna unite our forces. We will completely break it. Rome is the only one to attack. How's that? I mean, Guderian. Right, here they got a lot of divisions. Let's break them, so we're gonna be able to push forward. And the more division we're gonna attack, the better it's gonna get. So we got 18 divisions that we're gonna need to take. Let's go ahead. Let's take it immediately. Many losses. Yeah, Roman see that he's still attacking, he's still advancing in the northern. It is incredible. Okay, what about China? Did China capitulate against the Russians? They are fighting super heroic. What about Japan? Yeah, they are actually driving the enemy back. In fact, I think they have invaded here. Yeah, China's doing alone a great job here against the Indians. I didn't expect this, and against the Soviets too. Because we are just about to... Oh, they are counter-attacking us. It was too late. We are just about to break the Soviets here. I'm sending them a lot of forces here. They're not able to defend. In fact, they are approaching Moscow. That is looking very interesting. In fact, I didn't expect this to happen. This is a huge thing that is happening here. Great thing. So it's winter. In fact, I wouldn't supposed to keep attacking in winter. Because... just not alright, but we're gonna do it. Are we staying with this? Yeah, we're doing good. We could declare national celebrations, but no, I'm not gonna do this. And we could do some other stuff. Dominion of India, let's go with it. Still military blueprints from the Russian. Also try to repeat this. Any other units I'm gonna need? Oh yes, we can send 4 more units to this army, which is what I want to do immediately. 1, 2, 3. We have only 10 divisions. As you can see, the attack here is not going to work anymore here as well. Although it says that it does work. And here as well, so that we're going to pull them back. Yeah, we cannot do this the same here. But we're pulling them back. In fact, we're trying to take out Odessa. That is looking great. Now we can launch another massive attack down here because we got so many units. And basically, I'm pretty sure that we can wipe them out, and we can wipe them out very fast. They're of course defending extraordinarily, but our attack is also massive. We should just pull them back. We're gonna pull them back only one. I think they have brought too many divisions. We've lost our troops for nothing. Let's launch another massive attack down here. We're gonna advance on only one settlement. It's going to be great. In the winter, it's very difficult to attack, but with a little bit of luck, we might be able to hold them back. I mean, they are very firmly entrenched. They got a lot of infantry units. We should wipe out this infantry immediately before they're gonna be able to send anyone else. There you go. I knew they were gonna do this. And we should do this. Oh, they are attacking in the center. They are pulling us back. It is incredible, although... let's see. So it doesn't look good anymore. Roman will have to wait. And these guys, they keep advancing, but it's also not looking good. I mean, attacking in the winter is terrible. That is the truth. So I think we should just wait. We can also launch an attack here. See if you're going to be able to advance. And perhaps here too. Back off. but nothing's going on down here. It says that. No, we should just make another attack direction. And oh shit! What the fuck are you doing? Oh, this is the problem because they have to attack only from there. This is a big fucking mistake. We have also encircled these guys. Now we're gonna have to kill them first. Fuck off. Come on, just take it at once. Alright, so I have to do something about this here. I don't know what to do, honestly. Doesn't really look good at all. In fact, I was supposed to defend here. Hang on a second. It's a total fucking mess. I didn't expect this stupid fucking mess. You know, the fact that we have left is going to prove to be catastrophic because the Russians might actually pull us out here. Let me just see how this will develop here. Our troops have left. The Russians would launch or might launch an attack. So here, essentially, we're pulling them back from Odessa. This is also good. We got only 3 divisions. Okay, I guess now it's time to launch a huge attack. I hope this time is gonna work actually fast. Okay, they have left here too. We could launch an attack. No, let me just wait. Did they break us in the center? Yeah, they broke us again in the center here. It's incredible. They get some bonuses when they get attack in the winter. I guess that's the problem. The good thing is that we are attacking them. Yeah, we're taking a lot of attrition here in the far northern, and they are taking, I think, almost no attrition. But they are advancing here in the center like hell. I think I'm gonna have to send an army to defend this if they're gonna breach again. It doesn't seem they are breaching now, but as you can see, there are some places where they are taking advantage and they are attacking. That looks terrible. Okay, let's just make sure that we're gonna advance them. Yeah, they are actually advancing. Fuck off. They are throwing like billions of fucking units in each and every single motherfucking battle. Okay, what else do we have here? The whole. Okay, what is this gonna bring? Effect. Total mobilization. Yeah, let's just do this as well. I'm not quite sure if we're gonna have some bonuses or not, but I guess we'll see about that. Alright, so here it doesn't really look good anymore. Not really. Here we could launch another attack, I guess. Let me try. Yeah, we're gonna take Aleppo at least. We're gonna stop them. And we can do the same thing here. Maybe we're gonna push the allies back a little bit. And basically everywhere we can launch the attack. Here, I think we're gonna move on as well. This is fantastic. I didn't expect this. We're pushing back a little bit the Soviets here, which is great in Turkey. However, this area is not defended only by the French. I would also attack here. Why the bloody hell you guys are not advancing? We can pull them back here. In fact, I'm gonna have to tell them what to do. That's the problem. 2 American tanks that are gonna be pulled back, also because of the attrition. From time to time, they're still... Okay, let's rescue the operative then. We have still manpower, 505. We're actually increasing in manpower. That is incredible. I didn't expect this. Let's see. So we are attacking, but I don't think that it's going to look any good here in the south. They have pulled us back also here in the center. That is the truth. This is what happened. Now we're taking huge attrition. I think they might be able to pull us back here as well. We don't know. Even if they have lost almost all the way up to Moscow. But here in the south, since we are pulling them back, we're also going to have to form a front line in Crimea. I see that we're gonna pull them back here. This is incredible. I didn't expect this. Battles are extraordinary. Now let me check again. Loss is Soviet 7.79. Yeah, they have lost indeed a lot. Now they are taking attrition because they are very far away, I guess. And gonna have to replenish. Here they got only a few units, and they have taken this back, or did we take this? I don't really remember. Alright, so we have taken this. Now we could advance. I'm not division. They got 6 divisions here. I could pull them back even farther on. There you go. Moving very fast here. And then I can pull them back here as well. They are still attacking us, I think. But as you can see, they are not being able to do too much damage here. Now they are, I think, pulled back. Pulling back. So let's try to pull them back as well wherever we can. Roman says that he's gonna have some chance of advancing. Honestly, I'm not quite sure about that. It's important that we're capturing Leningrad now. The Finns are having a huge Russian territory, and this is great. This guy's still attacking with the Marines. And we are also advancing here in the south. Come on, why don't you advance there? Let you guys wait. Just hurry up and take the goddamn territory. Alright, our allies are trying to break them there. Of course, this is not going to work. We launch another attack here, pull them back even more. Iran capitulated. This is good, but hang on a second. There is something I want to do here first. Ah shit, the fucking border is extraordinary. That is the problem. Yeah, I'm not even sure what is gonna come out of it. What is gonna be here. They're trying to invade Muscat. Unfortunately, Asia, Africa is still a little bit under our control since they didn't do anything else here. I could of course retreat, but I should perhaps not do that just yet. Alright, let's see if we're gonna pull them back as well. If not, then I'm gonna have to cut this. So that we're gonna pull them back, by the way. Not as good as I wanted to, but we're gonna pull them back. And the same thing with Rommel. We still got some population there. Our troops are pulling forward too. We're just gonna need more reinforcement there. See that everyone has left here. Now this is not looking good at all. Let me just see if we can launch another attack with Rommel. Yeah, so this is gonna work. Somehow, or maybe not. Yeah, they're pulling us back to another massive attack by the Russians. What exactly happened here? It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked, but whatever. It seems that we're advancing in the south anyway. Just go. The problem is that we're gonna take too many losses. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna have 4 Volkssturm, so it's not yet. What is the manpower getting? 13,000, yeah, because we're researching something here. Or we could go with Hitler Youth Reserves, gain Youth Reserves. More recruitable population, and then Luftwaffe in division. Luftwaffe conscripted. Alright, here we should just stop for now. And here as well. But it says that Guderian is doing just great. It means that it's looking good. just stop our offensive with Rommel because he's starting to lose manpower. But the advance towards Moscow continues somehow. We can also launch some other attacks here and try to advance. Yeah, it's actually gonna work. The Russians are having less and less manpower. That's interesting. Just pull them back even more. I just hope that the Finns will cover our back. And we're gonna also go with Luftwaffe in division in 24 days. We're gonna pull them back even more. We might unite our front lines here. Now, let's see if they have advanced here. I think they have left with a lot of divisions, the Russians. We're pulling them back a lot. This is great. I don't think they have advanced in the center, as I initially thought so. But they're gonna advance. So we're gonna stop our offensive with Guderian because they're taking attrition in March. We got too many troops in the south. We're not gonna need them. I'm gonna have to take Guderian and bring him somewhere, send him somewhere else. Let me see if we can also launch an advance here. It seems yes. And then not anymore, but whatever. Yes, here we're actually pulling them back. We might be able to take all of Turkey. Maybe. Now I can take Guderian and send him somewhere else because here we're taking too much attrition and this is not good. I don't know, I can send him somewhere else. I would think, in fact, I would think of sending him in Asia, but I don't think that this would be a good idea. Let me just focus to see if you can pull them back even more here, far away from Leningrad. If there's something else we're going to did the Americans came here? Yeah, we'll also have to fight the Russians. But I guess we can stop it now. And here it looks fantastic. Very nice done. Very well done. But as I said, I could do the following. If I'm gonna take bring another army here, gonna take attrition. Here we're also taking an attrition, so it's not looking good. We could send them here with his tanks. Let me see, because we're taking too much attrition here. There is no need of him right now. And then we're gonna have this dude that is staying there, and I think this is already enough. This is already looking good. Right, so here, yeah, we are pushing them back, but unfortunately very slowly, perhaps too slowly. We have almost encircled them. We have got almost close to Smolensk. It's looking incredible. Of course, the battles are terrible. Where is Moscow? Moscow is just in reach, actually. Now, let's see if you can snatch an attack around here as well, maybe. Because the Russians are being pulled back a lot, and pulling them back even more is going to be absolutely wonderful. It's going to be exactly what we're gonna want to, what we're gonna look for. We don't have to attack when they're gonna have a lot of tanks and such, or when they're gonna have a lot of troops. For example, here, I think here is going to take forever. But it would still be a place where we could try our luck. Here we get also 3 divisions or so. Here we will also take them out. Comment about that. But of course risk an attack with all of our divisions. But as you can see, it seems we're gonna wipe them out. I mean, the Russians will run out of manpower immediately, like, very fast. We could pull them back even more. I'm gonna wait for our troops to recover a little bit. We can stop our offensive here. We have pulled them back a lot, like, this is insane. And here is not looking good at all, actually. I think the Americans will pull us back very fast. So we can send this unit here and try to capture this port. I'm not sure it's gonna work. If Guderian will arrive, maybe it's gonna work much better. Manpower, unfortunately, is decreasing very fast. This is going to increase up here. And our allies are trying to advance here. This is funny. The Hungarians are trying to push back the Russians. I didn't expect that to happen. We're gonna try to take whatever we can. But there is another massive Russian attack on the central front line. Like more or less. Okay, let's see if we're gonna be able to encircle them. It seems yes, it's going to be wrong. We'll be able to advance a little bit with these troops wherever we can. Trying to get this guy out. Luftwaffe conscripted, I know. But we're gonna go on there. Luftwaffe in divisions 2. Let's see if we're gonna be able to take this. And there are also some places where you can launch an attack, and which we're gonna do. That is looking great, but once we're gonna be able to do this, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna try to pull back the Russians even more. So here the Americans have arrived with their divisions. I think they're gonna pull us back immediately. We're gonna have to keep them busy before we're gonna take Turkey and attack the Russians. We're gonna encircle a lot of Russian divisions here again. It is looking incredible. I didn't expect that we're gonna have this. We're gonna be that lucky. We're taking so much attrition. We are in April. Oh, they managed to pull us back here. It's pathetic. Can't do this. Let's take them back. The Russians are still attacking, like almost everywhere. They are being able to pull us back as well. However, I think we are defending very well here. Might be able to pull them back even more. Yes, we are just about to take Moscow. That is incredible. Because the Russians, they are not really defending against Moscow here. And basically, with a little bit of luck, with Rommel, we're going to take this. Well, let me upgrade this dude here. Fortress Buster. Yeah, that's cool. And this one too. Aggressive Assaulter. I'm gonna find the rice commissariats later. Successfully freed. Okay, we're gonna need one more spy or so in Moscow if we're gonna take out Moscow, basically. I need to get rid of that army as well. I mean, unit. So it seems that we are pulling them back a lot, but it's not going to look too much better anymore. I was hoping that Guderian would advance from southern Caucasus. But I think that it's doing still. Things are moving very difficult, very slowly. And we are also run out of manpower. Because they're going to have to reduce our offensives a lot. But we are pulling back the Russians, that is the truth. Rome doesn't have any chance anymore. This guy as well. Although it seems that he's advancing, so I'm gonna let him do so. And Guderian too is advancing as well. So we're pulling back the Russians a lot. I think very soon we might be able to capture Moscow. Actually, we did capture Moscow. Well, this is a huge fiasco for the Russians. We're also about to encircle them here. It is fantastic. Okay, let me see if we can pull them back even more. We're gonna start sending a lot of reinforcements down here, that's for sure. The question is if we're gonna be able to break them and encircle some of their units down here. So we could try our luck. Right, we're gonna have to pull them back. I just have a feeling that they force us to retreat here, which is very bad. It was supposed to happen. Now, of course, they are Right, they are moving. Our guys are moving forward as well. If we gotta hang on a second. Let's try to put some pressure on Marienborg here, because we might be able to encircle a lot of Russian divisions here in the north, and I'm gonna focus mostly on this area right now. If it's going to work, although we're not in the good makeshift bridges, it's going to increase a little bit our attack. They're going to try to defend at all costs. Let's try to put some even more pressure on them. And there is nothing else we can do here against the Soviets. Okay, so we have encircled all these divisions, which means that very soon gonna have to. They could leave them from Tallinn. Not quite sure they're gonna do it, but we will see. What we can do, by the way, is try to pull them back even farther more. Okay, we're gonna have to pull them back with everything we got here. Let's launch a mass attack in there because they are encircled and they are not getting too much resources except from this port. So we're gonna have to advance wherever we can here against them. It's important to take them out very fast, so they're not gonna be able to have any time to do something else. It says that we can attack them here as well on all the front line, because they are being encircled, so we could try to push them back a little bit, even if we're taking a lot of military losses. But I think that very soon Russia will be done. And when Russia will be done, then everything will be alright. We're gonna get our manpower back, and then we're gonna be able to focus on attacking the Allies. So after that should be, even without the nuclear bomb, we can have to keep this in mind. We basically don't have any nuclear bombs. So we're talking about another huge encirclement of Russian troops. And then we're going to have to encircle them here too. So let's go ahead and just going to try to go and take out Tallinn as fast as possible, because we're going to have to take California again. For even more Luftwaffe division. Luftwaffe division Hermann Göring. I was gonna have some stuff here, but I'm not quite sure that I'm gonna go on in here. In fact, I could do this. Luftwaffe Division. So we're gonna have 5,000 men. So I'm gonna create, I don't know, let's just say, let's just say 20, 42. Because we're gonna have enough manpower anyway. We should be alright. And let's just say 30 or Luftwaffe Division 43. Gonna need a lot of Luftwaffe Division. Luftwaffe is huge, and we're gonna take all the advantage that we can get. Excuse me. Right, Africa is still being stable, and here, with a little bit of luck, we might be able to pull back the Russians even more, also from Istanbul. And here we're advancing everywhere, which means that we have a huge advantage, especially here in the north. And as you can see, we're pulling back the Russians. Of course, we're going to take enormous losses, but it doesn't matter. And here too, I mean, like in Tallinn, I'm just going to send in the troops. We really need to take out Tallinn. There's a lot of some other huge amount of Russian troops. There we go. Then the troops can move wherever they want to. And this is our territory as far as I know, which means that basically we should have... Yeah, this is our territory. Basically we should have more troops. So we should stop the offensive here. As you can see, our main units are pulling back the Russians, because I think the Russians have taken out a lot of attritions. They have lost their units, and they're trying to retreat. I think they're a little bit lucky than we to completely take them out. Because the Russian losses should mount actually a lot. Almost 10 million. Of course, our losses are also mounting, unfortunately. And this is another massive encirclement of Russian troops. So let's get rid of them. talking about another 10 or so divisions. And then we can move whatever we want to. Kiev has fallen, Moscow has fallen, so basically the Russians are just about to abandon their campaign, as far as I know. Now, theoretically, we could push them back even more. Take even more territory. We're actually pushing them back since they got no territory, no troops left. They have lost a lot of units anyway. Even if they could attack us here in Crimea, I don't think they would do it. Honestly, our allies are also pushing them back or pulling them back, whatever. Problem is that we're losing a lot of manpower through this advancements or attacks. This is very bad. Never gonna be able to get back that manpower. Now they were just about to wipe out the Russians, because it says that we have a very good opportunity to do so. Improvisation expert, leader experience gain and division attrition -15. That was very important, man. Let's do this. Yeah, okay. What do they have there? Capital? Doesn't matter. Let's just send the spies to Stalingrad. Spies, just in case. The situation is looking much better. We're advancing basically everywhere. The problem is that we're doing that very slowly because of the situation. But as you can see, the Russian troops are being completely wiped out, and we're advancing very fast. We're taking a lot of losses, but still, we are advancing. We don't have to do anything here. And also, the Russian fleet has been sunk. Finland is also capturing a lot of territory. We're also capturing a lot of territory though. No one can stop us now. How's China doing? China should actually do much better now. Actually, they are advancing against Burma right here. Of course, the Americans haven't arrived just yet, but they are doing great, and we're also doing great against the Russians. So we're gonna take Kharkov, and we're gonna move to Leningrad very fast. I think honestly the Russians are losing even more and more divisions right now. They still have those bonuses with comrades, citizens, brothers and sisters. 1959 is gonna expire in September in a few months, and the Great Patriotic War is gonna expire in 1960. I mean, very important. Luftwaffe Division Hermann Göring. Excellent war with Peru. And there's nothing else that we have to do now, except moving forward, take Kursk and everything. Yeah, as you can see, manpower is almost reduced to 0. But you can also receive the order to attack. So the Russians are still fighting, we're still taking a lot of attrition. That is the problem, but I think they were doing fine. Attrition is enormous, and we're in July in the summer. I don't think that we're gonna get into winter. I think the Russians will abandon the campaign. As you can see, our troops are able to advance very fast. And there is nothing that the Russians can do to stop us now. I will also launch an attack with Rommel here in the northern. They are pulling us back? No, actually they are not. They are trying, but with their special troops or whatever they are. Russian division to wipe out here. And I think we're gonna encircle some more. We're moving towards Stalingrad with full speed ahead. We have no troops ahead of us. Unfortunately, our manpower is going to be reduced to 0. No, but I cannot do this. Okay, here. Do something else. Let's local civilian contacts. Yeah, as you can see, we got basically no enemies here, which means that we can just move forward without any hesitation, without any trouble. Manpower I'm getting is 15,000. Luftwaffe Division Hermann Göring. Alright, let's see what else do we have. Do we have something else? Alright, yes we do. We got the Panzerstelle of Ostwald construction. And we're not building anything. Too bad. Doesn't matter. I think important is that we're advancing. We can also deploy some more armies if you want to, more troops. But frankly, I don't want to. Spearhead. aggressive assault is much better. These are important things. Division attrition minus 15%. Yeah, that is very important. We need to have less attrition, so that's fine. Yeah, I wonder how much Russia is going to resist, because we have a huge, enormous attack, and we're also receiving some reinforcements here from the Hungarians. The Hungarians also want to advance. They're also trying to advance here and here, which is of course not that bad, but it's not necessary, because we're just doing fine. We don't need any advancement. Now the Allies, I think, will pull us back, and they got 10 divisions. We'll see. I think most importantly is that we're pushing the Russians back. We're gonna take Stalingrad. I think it's gonna be all over. And the army to advance to Stalingrad will be of Julius Steiner. So Steiner is advancing on Stalingrad with his Gebirgsjäger division and with his cavalry divisions. This is interesting. Very interesting. So I think we can also put up the Hermann Göring division. No. Unfortunately, we can't. Do we need some equipment here? Because we capture so much Russian equipment. It's insane. Oh, we need a lot of transport trucks all of a sudden. Then I guess let's do more transport trucks. Yeah, we're gonna produce more. What else? Medium tanks. No, we have a lot of stuff. Okay, medium tanks, I think this is what we got. This is what we're gonna need more, so I'm gonna have to produce more. Excuse me. A lot more medium tanks. What is it we're gonna need then? Nothing else, because the rest we got some closer support, everything else we just have it. We don't need it because we have it. And as you can see, our advancement towards the east seems to be unstoppable. The Russians are still having some troops. They're taking attrition. They got, I think, no equipment left. We're also taking a lot of damage, a lot of losses. But as you can see, we're just gonna wipe out a lot of divisions. We're gonna capture a lot of Russian equipment, and we're not gonna have to do anything such as putting up some more equipment, because we're just capturing it. Also here in the far northern, we're just keeping the front line. We don't have to do anything. Also attack with these guys. I'm not quite sure what this will mean. Yeah, we're gonna mean another attack in the northern, and even more losses on our side. And as well here, I think I'm gonna stop because it doesn't seem that it looks in our favor. Where else can we possibly attack the Russians? Did the Americans counterattack us? No, not yet. But of course they're gonna definitely do it. They got a lot of divisions here. One is gonna finish up with Russia. We'll see what we're gonna do, but this is going to happen very soon, because Stalingrad is just about to fall. Since the Romanian division is going to take it, it's all over. I think not yet, but it will be. 23rd of August 1959. Russia is just about to fail. They got only a few divisions here left in the northern. They're desperately trying to counterattack with the tank divisions. We have encircled another amount of 11 Russian divisions here. So imagine how much equipment we're going to capture from all this, or defense, whatever. Yeah, we got absolutely, I think, manpower. We have lost 10.71. We lost a lot of manpower. We are also at 29,000. We're also about to lose a lot of manpower. Where is that captain now? At Kubyshev. Alright, cool. But I don't think that we're gonna fight all the way up to Kubyshev. I think we're gonna take them out immediately, before we're gonna be to arrive in Kubyshev. We're not gonna attack through the mountains here. We're just gonna keep them busy for now. We're also about to take out Turkey. Since our allies are also able to pull back the Russians. What about in Africa? The situation is stable, and we don't have any other invasion. Things are looking absolutely wonderful. has 2 more forces. So we're gonna have to push forward. Attrition is going to increase on our side, of course, because we're advancing in this area. As you can see, manpower is 0. It's going to stay at 0. We're starting to lose a lot of manpower, but after Russia will surrender, and we should be alright. We're already in September. I don't think it's gonna last long. Another massive circle. I immediately for taking it. We can annex Denmark, but I don't want to do this. So we're still advancing. This is great. Kubyshev is going to be taken. Was going to take Crimea. And another upgrade here. Let's see what can we do, because here we're also almost done as well. Navy assets. And we have here the Spaniards attacking the Russians. This is even more interesting. And we got also a lot of upgrades to do. Let me do it. I want all of our leaders to have this improvisation skill. Panzer expert and everything else, I don't care. They need to have everything. All this stuff here. Okay, we have simply even 1 more Russian division here. There you go. Why does it take so much? Because this is a tank division that is defending everything they got. Otherwise it would have been attacked, but we have captured it. We got 0 manpower. I'm not quite sure if we're going to be able to take out the Russians. But I think we will be able to, because I mean, it's like they got almost nothing. So sure, you're right. We're going to upgrade this highway, whatever that is. Yeah, the attrition is enormous. It's absolutely insane, but we're just about taking their capital again. We're pulling them back anyway. So we're gonna start running out of manpower as well. That's the problem. Right, so Rommel could attack too. I'm not quite sure if he has any offensive line here. Yeah, he has. Okay, he can attack. I don't care if we're gonna lose manpower. Gonna have to make sure that we're gonna crush the Russians, because we're just about to do so. Being pulled back, but they are still being able to get a lot of resources and so on. Because our allies are still attacking. We could also launch an attack around here. Let me just try. With attrition and everything, I don't care. Let's just run around. Because we're just about to take out Turkey too, and that would be really good. If we will do it. I'm going to try to put them back here as well. As you can see, we can do it. Okay, we have the quick just cipher. Just gonna have to pull them back wherever we can. We managed to advance now. But we are coming from the north. They have left, I think, as well, the Russians. And it seems that our attacks are not looking very well right now. And we are keep advancing. We're pulling them back all the way up to Ural Mountains, which is right there. But it's becoming a little bit difficult to advance. Although the Russians, as far as I know, they don't have enough divisions right now to get enormous attrition. But we're still pulling them back. That's for sure. That is what exactly what is going on. What's happening right now. So we could right, launch another attack here. Oh shit, that's not good at all. Because because you don't have enough troops. That is the problem. But I think we're still gonna be able to pull them back though. The Italians are planning an invasion of Muscat, but they're not being able to do so yet. They will be very soon, and our allies are taking out Crimea. That is great. We're gonna move fast. They didn't take it. The Russians are taking our troops in Crimea. We are pulling them back anyway. We even got 0 manpower. That is important, I guess. Yeah, they still got a lot of divisions though, the Russians. I think they have got some kind of bonus or something. Even less attrition. Attrition is the most important thing in this game. Just don't need to have attrition. You can have everything you want. So we have upgraded the highway. You can move on with upgrading some more highways. November. So the Russians should be able to capitulate very soon. I don't think that will be able to do it. There's their new capital that we're about to take. The 10 divisions are reduced to nothing. Attacks are becoming slower and slower, but as you can see, we might be able to take their capital very soon. Or not. We're gonna stop our offensive here. Yeah, Crimea is about to fall here. Our allies will deal themselves with it. Oh, I think we should just stop one offensive in order to gain some more manpower after all. Yeah, our allies just did a great job. They have taken Crimea next. Now let me see if we can launch another attack somewhere else. Absolutely. Here, there is no doubt about it. We can do it. Okay, so we have almost encircled them. I think, because the problem is we're taking attrition. Once we're going to take attrition, we're not going to be able to advance anymore. And this is just a problem, big problem. We also don't have manpower. But I could force our troops to move forward anyway, because we can still push the Russians back. So everywhere else, we want to encircle more Russian divisions, because the Russians are having almost no resources now. They are done, and as you can see, we're taking some manpower, because we're not attacking anymore. And then we're gonna attack again. So we have upgraded another road. Let's upgrade another one, even. Whatever, this is not the way I wanted to attack, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's just push them back anyway here to across the Caucasian mountains. Gonna need to make sure that we're gonna advance there as well. Because we don't have any information there. We got one tank division. Because we don't have enough troops. And the allies, they didn't send. I was hoping they're gonna send some reinforcements here in order to make our life easier. This is, however, not happening. But at least here, we're pulling them back and fast. Also break through the mountains. Like completely encircle them. Immediately. Crossing through these mountains is going to be absolutely great. We're also going to move closer to Tbilisi, for example. These guys are basically encircled. We're going to try to push them. Now we're going to have to wipe those guys up. They are not allowed to retreat. Again, 0 manpower because of our massive offensives. So I hope that the rest of Europe is at peace now. Yeah, Britain knows doing anything. The Americans and so on, they're just stopped. The AI is not that good, and where is their new captain now? I guess it must be around here. I was also hoping that the Chinese will be able to push the Russians back, and they are actually able to do so. Also pushing back the Indians, because the Chinese are having more population, more manpower than the Indians, for example. They're also pushing back the Russians. That is exactly what I was looking for. We're also pushing back the Russians. Up until one point when they're gonna have to abandon their campaign and surrender. But here we managed to finish them off. Our attrition is enormous. This is a big problem. But I'm pretty sure that the Russians will be destroyed very soon. But let me just check if we're gonna be able to push the Caucasian mountain right now. Because if we're gonna do this, then we're gonna have to reduce our troops and send them somewhere else. And also to civilian operatives or something. Very soon we're going to be able to completely surrender them. Basically, it's going to be everything over very soon right here on the side. We're going to capture a lot of Russian divisions. And I'm not going to have to attack with so many divisions. Also, technically the north is also a big pain. It's going to take Baku because Baku is already full of settlement. And then we're gonna have Turkey surrender to us, and then we're gonna continue our offensive somewhere else. That will be the plan. And I just hope that we're not gonna take so much attrition as we're taking right now. Yeah, I think Baku is going to be taken very fast. Yeah, okay, let's just help from the south, hurry up. Exactly how we're doing. Go ahead and kill every single Russian division left. So we're gonna give Romans some advantage, some winter advantage. We are in January. Yeah, indeed, it's terrible to attack in January. Alright, so let's finish them off one after the other. We're gonna capture some more Russian divisions. Here, so that we cannot do anything. We're still having a lot of divisions. Where could I possibly attack? This is also one of our troops. Whatever, let me just finish this area. This is Russian troops because they are missing. And our guys are attacking them. Wait, let's get back to the world order. So as you can see, reorganize our industry now. There's, I think, nothing really else left. We're taking 15,000 manpower. This is also not enough. I was hoping they were about to take more. Osttruppen. Okay, that's good. Create a Fate of Karelia. Finland should hold it. Yeah, Finland is holding it anyway. I mean, I don't have to do anything. I take how much attrition we're taking here. I cannot let that happen. That's why we're losing a lot of manpower. But we can still pull the Russians back with what we got left. No, it seems that we can't. We can't. We got only one division. We are being able to defend because we're lacking something because of the huge attrition. I don't know what, I think transport trucks or something. And we're also gonna have to buy some stuff here. Tombstone, right? Ah, there you go, here. Right, now we're gonna should be able to produce more. So we should just stop with our attack. Just this a little bit, and then we're gonna take care of the Russians later. I could send one of our armies back because you don't need two big armies, right? I got basically a lot of armies. This is why we're taking so much attrition, and I'm not able to keep pushing the Russians back. I'm not even sure exactly. The Chinese, I was hoping that the Chinese would still attack them, but it's not happening. Actually, the Chinese are pulling back the Americans, which are also taking some attrition, and the Indians. But we are in good shape here. Right, let me just finish this Russian troops in this area, and then we're gonna do something else. We will have, however, to advance one way or another. Alright, so a lot of Russian divisions have perished here. There you go. And this is where we can also finish them off. Let me try. Yeah, we're gonna finish them off. It's gonna happen. Infiltration risk, they should be reduced. And now we're gonna move forward. Okay, they are also encircled. Let me just push them back. As you can see, it doesn't really seem to look very easy stuff here. Also in February. So yeah, time to finish them off, and we're attacking them from like almost everywhere. Or maybe not. But we're gonna have to do so, because we're just about to wipe them. Even if you're gonna have to fight in the mountains, and it's gonna be costly, you're gonna have to go after them. A lot of Russian divisions will perish, but we're also gonna get like a lot of territory. Create Austrian battalions. Okay, what else do we have? Do we have something else here? Treaty with the USSR. Befriend Turkey. No, I think that honestly we could form the Volkssturm, but we're gonna need more surrender. No, I think that we have taken everything. We have researched everything else. We are also at war with the USSR, nothing else left. Now I'm gonna move on, I'm gonna check later, we're gonna invest in healthcare. Let's do this right away, so that we're gonna have a little bit more manpower. It's not a big deal, but it is. Another 7 Russian divisions will perish, because we got everything we need. And we are done here. In order to completely finish them off, I think our allies are also pulling them back here a little bit. Well, not that much, yeah. Just as you can see, they are attacking, and the Hungarians are attacking, and this is good because the Russians are lacking a lot of equipment now. I'll try to take up this tank division. Yeah, as you can see, they're just lacking equipment and I think manpower too. Right, so I think, well, it doesn't really seem that they are encircled yet, but they will be. Right, let me just move here. So I don't think they will take an attrition here, honestly. Yeah, there you go. Let's go. And we're just gonna attack later. So they are encircled here. They indeed are. Yeah, so Roman is in the northern, but I'm not quite sure that he can attack. I think he's gonna have a lot of. Actually, we can attack now at this moment. And pull back the Russians a little bit more, farther more. And I'm gonna wait for Guderian to arrive. And just call acclimatization factor and abilities cost. We can do this as well. So let's finish up Turkey now. That will be the next objective, to finish up Turkey. I mean the communist Turkey, of course. Yeah, so Roma cannot attack anymore. The other dudes can. And Guderian, yeah, Roman just gonna have to wait now. Just wasting too much equipment. Guderian just moving without any problem. We have decrypted the French cipher. And we also might have something to do here. Intelligence gained from operatives assets, that's alright. Antalya is also being attacked. And Guderian is attacking with his tank divisions. It's a very good tank division, by the way. The attack moves forward. Looks absolutely great. Basically everything. As we're pulling them back, I think that very soon Turkey is going to disappear. If we just pull them back here anyway. Like in the There are some Turkish divisions here that are resisting very nicely, but they're not gonna do this for a long time. Only one division attacking them, as you can see, still gonna do it. So we're gonna try to pull them back as much as we can here. This is basically where they have their capital. So if you're gonna do it, it's going to be absolutely great. Iraq. What resource we get is here? Each other's mineral resources. Yeah, let's do this. Right, so you guys should just press the attack in there immediately. We should just take this territory. We can just rest a little bit. I don't know, are we just moving forward against the Russians? Because it doesn't really seem so that we're not advancing at all. Maybe we are, but we're taking a lot of attrition. This is very annoying, but the Russians are having almost no... Oh, they have moved their capital to Arhangels. Okay, how about if you guys are going to attack here? Are you going to move forward? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the more we're going to advance in the north, of course, the more cost is going to be. So the Turks have abandoned their campaign, and there are still some troops, but I think their allies will take them out, honestly. And this is that they still get some troops here in Trabzonspor, but I think they've got no troops actually. Wounded in combat, doesn't matter. Gain of spear, that's good. Maybe we should just pull them out here. We've got a little divisions to take out. Divisions to take, there you go. And then they still got some tiny pocket of resistance here in Turkey. Just some Russian divisions left that will not be able to do anything. I think Istanbul. Of course, we cannot let that happen. We're going to have to move out and take Istanbul immediately. And this territory is going to belong to Syria. Wow, that's incredible. Also asked for some territories here. Let's see if we can accept. They have accepted because we need some manpower and such. I took the 16,000. Got a lot of stuff here too. Let me just check. Also collect metals. We should collect trucks as well. This is going to add opposition, but doesn't matter. Also cars, but trucks I think is going to be more important. And we should go on with that too. Oh, there is another thing that I could do and I forgot. We could have more ships here. Create more ships. Let's go with this one here, 1942. Come on. Sure, I'm gonna create 100 of them. Wait a minute, I'm not done with that. Although I'm not sure we're gonna have any money, any manpower to do this. But it's not, we can't create it. Yeah, we're just gonna have another type of destroyer here. Yeah, we can create that. And then let's go on with that. And even another type, 1945 class. Yes, we can create that as well. Then also create 100. So let's see how many. Yeah, we've got an enormous fleet down here. With the Emerald Reed right here. We'll send it to patrol in this area because we want to make sure that we're gonna control this area and that the allies will not be able to attack us and such. But the British are still having air force and everything, so they're gonna use that assets to wipe us out in there. But we're gonna take care of that. And I wonder when is this going to happen? for the Soviets to abandon their campaign. Decryption power, let's go with that then. Still got don't have enough manpower right now. Right, so anyway, it went good, it looked good. Now time to finish the job. So let me send everything we got all the way up to Izmir. To take Izmir now. Not sure how much this troops will be able to move. Oh, got some missile. Oh man. Yeah, because the Brits, they are still having a fleet, and not mentioning the Americans. I was supposed to send also some... but our fleet is also enormous here. Let me just see. Actually, we're controlling the air, even if we don't have any airplanes in the air. Right, so let me just see if you're gonna be able to take out the Turkish forces. It's all over. Actually, we got one spy, it says. We could also form a Rice Commissariat Ostland. We're gonna use this, but it doesn't matter, let's just form it anyway. Did we form it? Ukraine, Caucasian, maybe later. We're gonna form them, I guess, later. And our troops are still pulling forward. Isn't it? We're just about to take their capital, Arhangi, is the main Russian capital, which is also a big town. If we're gonna move faster, that would have been very nice. But they still didn't abandon their campaign. It's fantastic. And our guys, it seems that they're not pushing, they're not moving forward anymore. There are a few things I can do. Whatever, they got no settlement. That's okay. And this is Romania. What are we doing? 63 defeations. Also 500,000 manpower. That's 0. It's not fair. We're just standing here, we're not taking attrition. That's already something. More and more troops are arriving here, but we're gonna start. Oh, the Americans are counterattacking us. Yeah, our allies are sending reinforcements. We got this guy that we can also send. So let's do it. Xinjiang or whatever. Let's just have them move at the border and try to secure this border. Of course, our attrition is huge. Basically, everywhere is huge. But there are still some parts that we can attack, such as, for example, here, Zolochi. 84. Is this gonna work? I'm not quite sure. Actually, it did work. Yeah, just like me, as I thought. And then of course Gudane, we're just standing by now in Turkey. We can just rest for now. I'm gonna have to think of sending him somewhere else. We'll also try to take Belfast. So that means that these guys, they can have nothing to do right there. We'll just send them 20 Marines. We could need more Marines. We've got more manpower. We're gonna do this. Yeah, they're gonna have to move out of there because they're taking attrition. We don't need all of this troops. We're gonna need very few units right there in Russia. That's 9 days, and we don't have any air support. Well, I guess we're gonna have to deploy some. Oh, maybe they have sunk our entire goddamn fleet. Our allies are also having some airplanes. Yeah, there you go, Dornier. What? We don't have any aces? Come on, what is the matter? They died of old age? Yeah, whatever, we're just gonna send some there, but we're gonna need to send also some fighters and such. I don't know, are they gonna kill me or what? Yeah, of course we don't have manpower, which means that we're not gonna be able to deploy any ships and such. But we will see what's gonna be. Alright, let me just advance even further against the Russians because we can do that. Right? I mean, of course we're taking attrition, but even so, we should pull them back because we can. Because the Russians are having nothing. What about the Chinese? The Chinese are also pulling them back, as you can see. Almost every. In fact, the Chinese are pulling back the allies as well. I mean, the Indians right here. It's incredible. Right, so if you're gonna drop some pressure on them, yeah, we're gonna wipe them out. They got basically no chance. In fact, I could do something else. So I don't really think they have any chance here. Because we're gonna have to stay in reinforce. But I think that the Russians are having the same problem. And we've got such a huge firepower. So that basically be able to push forward anyway. Alright, let me just check. Oh shit, the allies have pulled us back, but I think we're able to defend against them. And how about in Africa? Did they pull us back in Africa too? I think so, yes. They pull us back too. Can I make sure that they're not going to completely encircle us and destroy us here? Oh shit, they pulled us back here too. Well, we lost the division. Luftwaffe division. Yeah, let's send the Luftwaffe division. Where's the Luftwaffe division? We have lost 2. Alright, here we can have Austrian battalion. We're gonna send them here. As well as this guy. More and more divisions, but that means more manpower. We're not gonna have enough manpower to do everything we need. Unfortunately. Oh, we got another massive battle here. What is the matter? Are they invading us? No, they have an island here they can take. But they don't have any capacity, so I think that the Brits, they're not building anything. In fact, I think they have in Africa something. But that's all. That's not gonna help them. Okay, let's just advance against the Russians before they're gonna come to attack us. Alright, we should just I don't even have to do anything like this. As you can see, we've got almost no units left. The AI is not attacking, although it can attack. So then we're gonna have to whatever they can just stay there and do whatever they want. Yeah, so they're gonna be able to possibly circle. I think we have just lost some divisions out there. Very well. I mean, like, very nicely. move all the way up. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright, let me just check again. So here we can just stop our attacks, and wait. Some dodge, but not this. Forward against the Russians. We're in July. We're supposed not to take any attrition now. But I think we are taking attrition. Alright, so I could launch another massive encirclement campaign here if you're gonna move all the way up in there. What about you? Come on, I told you also to move in there if you want to. And we're gonna encircle some even more Russian units. The Russians, I don't think they're gonna be able to recover, honestly. Because they have just lost so many divisions. I don't think they're gonna be able to recover, honestly. This is just not gonna work for the Russians. Yeah, we're gonna need more ships there, but we're gonna have them. Alright, that's what's going on here. The Americans are pulling us back, and I think here as well. Might actually be able to encircle some of our troops. We're trying to entrench. Yeah, they are pulling us back, the Americans. I think almost everywhere. Of course, our troops are still arriving. Let's see, where else are we advancing here? Here, I think in the northern, we can push the Russians back. Even the Chinese are advancing, as far as I can see now. They are not being invaded and such, but they are being attacked by the Indians still. And they are also... Oh, Irkutsk is the new capital, so now it's up to the Chinese to take the Russians out. Yeah, this is where our attacks looks the best. Because the troops are moving very slowly because they need we need a lot of equipment and we don't have it. Yeah, we're just moving forward. Soon we're gonna arrive here, and then we're gonna send our troops back. Oh yes, Mongolia has capitulated to China, of course, and now the Chinese can push their attack even farther. And go ahead and take Irkutsk, which isn't that is going to happen. And maybe we're gonna be able to help the Chinese to advance into Burma. Oh, we're just gonna need to send more ships here. Did we manage actually to take them out or what? No, they are still, our troops are still moving. But it's going to happen right now, although we're going to encircle only a few divisions, not going to be a big deal. It also didn't work. Also form like Commissariat Ukraine, expand the Ukrainian administrative area. I'm gonna do one after another. Alright, they're not gonna be able to do anything. There you go. Just gonna have to launch a huge attack here. Decryption power, incredible. I mean, compared to Russian, we were supposed to have... Ah, they say that they have an intel advantage. Now that is very strange. What exactly did they have there? No one knows. There you go. It worked. Alright. Now we can just push them back. Move like in there. Yeah, this is the direction they got. Absolutely no units at all. So as you can see, if you're gonna attack like that, we're gonna advance anyway. We're supposed to advance actually very fast. And also to encircle some of their units. And our troops will move forward anyway. At all costs, just as I told them to. Basically we can do this everywhere, including here where we're taking so much attrition. Here we're not taking that much attrition, we're just taking a little bit. It doesn't really seem to be that bad. Just launch an attack in here too. Are of course moving forward. Here the same. We just push forward here too. I'm not quite sure if this is going to bring something. Just move down there and take the northern part. What about the Americans? Are they pulling us back? I think they are pulling us back at least a little bit. We have another attack by the Spaniards here. The Spaniards are trying to push through Russia. Because we're not going to have the resources to attack the Americans. Our manpower is also increasing just a little bit. I don't understand how. I'm not going to expand the administrative area of fauna. Yeah, let's do it. Ukraine, we're going to have kamikazes. But that's okay. That's not a problem. Ukraine can have it. And we're just about to make this nice and circle. Cold acclimatization. There you go. These guys are not circled. They are of course not regular circle. I'm gonna start losing a lot of divisions because we don't have manpower. As you can see, we're still using a lot of manpower, taking out a lot of attrition. We have taken this territory too. Now another important territory. We have taken Perm. Of course, Perm is very important asset. Move on in here and see if we're gonna take this area. Destroy them, but sometimes if they are encircled, then it's going to work. Alright, so we have another encirclement here. Let's take this as well. Unfortunately, attrition is enormous. But I still don't want to launch a blind attack. I just want to advance very pragmatic. At least we're not taking attrition with Guderian anymore. Guderian is good. Okay, so Irkutsk is just about to be taken by the Chinese, but it seems like it's still very difficult for that to happen. Even some Spanish troops have arrived there. We could encircle this tank division. Yeah, we're gonna form all these rice commissariats, whatever. Yeah, we don't need this. Manifest destiny, yeah, I guess that will be good. So, yeah, let's see what is we have here.
Aus dem stillen Raume, aus der Erde Grund, nimmt sich wie im Traume dein verliebten Mund.
Yeah, they got the Soviets. They basically have absolutely almost no. Oh goodness, let me just keep attacking them and try to pull them back if we can. My thing is that we're gonna capture a lot of territory very fast, without any hesitation, without any waitings. We don't really have to wait anything. I could push them back here as well. Even if you're gonna take attrition by moving, so it doesn't matter if you just keep pushing them forward. Not quite sure how far we can move here, but basically pretty sure that we could basically encircle them like completely. Yeah, our troops will move forward anyway. I think that with a little bit of luck we might be able to encircle them as well. We're gonna encircle all these Russian troops that are in there. Turkish resistance. Ah, it is right here and here. Yeah, let's see. I don't think they're gonna pose any threat. I think that our allies will wipe them out. Not gonna be able to develop too much. So-called Turkish resistance. Here comes the alliance. They got just a few divisions. But of course, we could still use Bulgaria in order to take them out. So we're just gonna wait on Bulgaria to arrive. Unfortunately, we're gonna unite that front line. I don't think they will do. Alright, then we're gonna move forward. Yeah, we should just get close up. Of course, we are here back south in Caucasus, but I wonder how much Russia can resist, because basically it doesn't have too much territory left. And they still got the Irkutsk, of course. This is the problem. But the Chinese, they have been encircled here by Xinjiang or Mongolia or something. That is not very good, and oh man, think of how many troops have arrived, I don't understand. They're not at war with China? They must be. Yeah, they are actually. China is also at war with India. Also aggressive here, so supporting this with 5 and 6 million. Insane. Yeah, really this will help a little bit. But I think you can still advance here. No, that doesn't really seem so. Anyway, we're gonna have to pull them back in. Even we're gonna come up with the border. The Americans, which are also taking a lot of attrition. Oh, 341,000. Yeah, because of the garrison as well. Yes, but it still looks great. So let me see what we get. We want to just get rid of this increasing battle. Where are you guys moving so slow? Moving extremely slow. Yeah, I think I'm going there. I really want to finish this. This is very good stuff. I'd like to collect motorcycles, cars. There's something that we need here. Actually, we've got all possible ships that we could build. Okay, that's what I wanted to see because I want to go here in the 4-meter command. It will fit the Panzer Division, or she can organize the Panzer Division gross Deutsch. Also develop this. So we have more. Okay, we got the Panzer Grenadier Division right here, but we also got the Osttrooper. So it's a matter of conscripts. And unfortunately, we cannot recruit this Panzer Grenadier Division. Whatever. Actually, we can recruit a local fighting division. Let me just have 30 of them. We can recruit a lot of other divisions. SS Trooper, because we are at war with Russia. I even forgot to do this. Because all we need is to be at war with Russia. And if we're going to be at war with Russia. But I don't want to have all of them at once. Yeah, and unfortunately, we don't have anything else. But we got all the manpower though, and this is something. I think it's because China is offering us some manpower. I think that is the reason. That is great. Okay, how about this dude? Come on, why? Excuse me. Why is he moving so slowly? But we don't need this because we're not attacking them. We're gonna keep this. So you can wipe them out. And then we're gonna destroy and crush the Turkish rebellion, because you see the allies are not doing it. Okay, we have sunk a big amount of the English fleet and we can execute a plan. Let me see if it's gonna work. I'm not sure about that. We'll see. Can also take this island, but if we can take Belfast, Ireland is not yet. Oh man, they have draft or something. Oh yeah, this is good. And of course, this got some Isle of Man. We're gonna have to take this as well. We're gonna have to send this dude to guard also Northern Ireland. There is also another miner there, but he's going to represent the threats for them. I'm going to do this, and there we go. And 39 days. That's good. And a new fleet. Oh man. Oh, this is an enormous fleet actually. This is fantastic. So where can we send it? We can send it against the Americans because we want to invade in this area. And if you want to invade, actually we should invade Denmark first. Invade from here. We're just gonna have to. Oh, I have to control. Yeah, there you go. In the Labrador Sea first. That should be enough. Let me see if we're gonna destroy some American navy because we're gonna have to prepare or plan the invasion of the US. We got plenty of manpower, still increasing somehow. It's strange, but it's great. And we didn't took Turkey yet. Let's take it anyway. I Okay, what exactly are you guys doing? Raise and consistency? No. Yeah, we got cold acclimatization and stuff like that. Just see that. Still not looking good, and we're taking nutrition, which means that I would prefer to send them, I don't know, to Antalya or something, or somewhere else. Or in Istanbul. If we can send them in Istanbul, like to guard Istanbul, they should be alright. They should just move and not take any nutrition. 1 million manpower. This is looking promising. Yeah, what's it gonna be in 1962? They're gonna do it again. But let me just first keep advancing against the Russians. As you can see, we have almost encircled them. But not just yet. I wonder why, because we were supposed to have completely wiped them out. Yeah, this one should work. Doesn't matter, you don't, they don't have any resources. Because you're gonna have to pull them back here, the Russians. As you can see, it's actually easy to pull them back. I'm just gonna have to move forward. Develop even more stuff here. Embargo Yugoslavia, but there is no good job with okay, whatever. We're done there. We could move on with structural weaknesses, I guess. We could sabotage them a little bit better. And yeah, as you can see, our troops are moving so slowly. Of course, we're very far away from home. No resources. That's why everything is moving. Let's see if we can, however, attack them and pull them back a little bit more. Actually, we can, but they're also pulling us back too. Our troops are moving very slowly, but they are still doing a good job. Yeah, it's just that it's gonna take a lot of time. We send Bulgarian as well to support our offensive. I'm not sure what the Americans are doing, they're just standing there taking nutrition. So as you can see, put them back, the Russians here as well. Yeah, we got a tank division. It's going to be a little bit difficult to take that home. Of course, not impossible. And coming from the north, however, it's going to take a little bit of time to take them out. It's going to take quite some time. Yeah, basically we're going to advance it, and that's good. The problem is that attrition is enormous, and this is something I do not like. We're just advancing the north as well a little bit. I'm pretty sure that Russia will surrender anyway. So the Chinese are also very close to Irkutsk. They're just about to take it. They also develop a lot in here. They're trying to take that island. They have taken almost completely Xinjiang and Mongolia. What I wonder is why are the Allies not attacking him? Because they could wipe out the Chinese. The American tank divisions could wipe them out. Yet they have decided not to attack. It's strange. But they are taking, however, Xinjiang. They're about to take the capital of Xinjiang. And soon we might be able to unite our flanks. Alright, we're just gonna try to push them back here as much as we can. We're gonna take way too much. And here we're just about to completely wipe them out. So let's go ahead and jump on them to do with this tank versus resisting, but it doesn't matter because they are taking the attrition. So I don't think that we're gonna resist too much. Yeah, they have to wipe out. And then we can basically forward, like around here. Given the fact that the Russians are having absolutely no units left, just try to cross the Ural Mountains everywhere we can. Let's see if the attack will look good. Yeah, it will look excellent. Putting them back everywhere, of course the attrition here is going to increase a lot in the northern. And it's not quite such a good idea to move on like that. But manpower, we still get a manpower here, taking 19,000, which is decreasing again because of the attrition. Can we just unite our front lines? But we'll try. Let's go. Trying to attack in because soon we're gonna unite our front line. The allies. They had so many divisions, they are taking a lot of attrition. This is of course good losses. Russia 30 million. Well, this is not enough. They've lost 10 million. The Americans have lost also almost 10 million. The Russians have lost 13 million because they got in a circle. They didn't really have the best of troops as they were hoping, except of course for the tank divisions. The Russian tank divisions were very good. As you can see here, not even looking good. We got here a tank division. It doesn't matter because we're going to try to encircle it. We're just going to try to move forward. We're gonna have to take this. Same thing here. We should just take more and more Russian territory. The more we're gonna take, the better. In fact, we can do it so good so that we can basically encircle the Russians. Try to go and take out Ural Mountains as well, as fast as we can, especially if we're gonna have enough fuel. And since that basically we have enough fuel right now, and I think the Russians are just abandon their defeat. Yeah, I'm talking about the Soviet Union, so we're gonna have to choose what to do. First of all, I'd like to take this territory, and then we're gonna also have to fight the Allies, but I think it's gonna be good. Now let me see if we can get through Allies. We can also annex a lot of the Turkish territory. I would like to annex, I'm not going to go on with puppet states, except for just a few. And we have put up the biggest effort in this, which means that we should need to take over this bloody territory. Right, including here, the territory in Kabul. And actually, I also like to take Xinjiang and Mongolia, which are of course extremely important regions. Also from Xinjiang too. I'm gonna take 10,000 to be a nice annexation. Socialist Soviet republics. I'm gonna go on that. Of course, I'm gonna have to fight the Romanians. To make demands. The Romanians we have to accept because we are more powerful than them. We don't want to accept. Maybe kill. Well, and we can still take some territory, especially from Xinjiang. We got a lot of territory. Then we can just leave it like that. But for the time being, but as I said, I'm not quite sure it's gonna work. I mean, we might have a CTV here, and I'm not gonna be able to continue this. By also annexing Moscow, this should give us a little manpower. We have to set. But we're really gonna finish it. This was gonna come. I could have annexed it from there. So we're tuning this out. Resistance. So we got another resistance. I think that is working. General right declare war on transition. Where are they? Are these guys? So this is where our troops are. What are these two troops doing here? Bulgaria. Did I say Bulgaria? Right now the Chinese will move their troops back and they have to secure the front line with the allies. So I'm gonna do the easy way. I'm gonna send this army here. Oh no, this is bad. What's this? This is independent, alright? This is our territory. And we're gonna have a small tiny front line here to defend or to attack, whatever. And another one here with a common border with this guy. So I'm gonna do the easy way. I'm gonna send just like take out these guys out. And one province. Another one. Because this province doesn't belong to anyone. And then there must be another one here. Of course, I also see another army. I'm not sure. I'm going to just keep this in the way they are. There we go. Let's see a lot of troop movements down here. See what the allies will do. These guys want also declaring a war. I have no idea what they will do against Turkey. But really jacking up. We're also supposed to make a little manpower, 19,000. You guys will also support us. Let's see how much. I'm not quite sure, but I just hope they're gonna have more manpower now. And equipment too. I mean, look at this 395,000 cavalry equipment. We still need a lot, 2 million. Hang on a second, we're gonna need to adapt this because we don't really need to create that much stuff. 20,000, that's actually working very well. Laser Schmidt interceptors, don't really need them. Just got enough of this. 39,000. That is way too much. 23,000, I'm not gonna even need that much. Now Panzer 3, I'm not quite sure how many we got, but I also don't think that we're gonna need it. I think it's mechanized. I'm gonna reduce all this and we got 766 mechanized. And 84. We're still producing a lot. But we don't need to produce too many planes because we get enough of them. Heavy horse equipment, in fact, I'm gonna reduce this as well. Horse transport 2, anti-air. gonna reduce everything. Also, this kind of equipment. I can use this as well. I don't really need all this. Invest in healthcare. Is there anything else I can do here? Frankly, I think not. Russia has abandoned their campaign. Question is in April if we can't recruit any other units because we're manpower and such. No, because we're not at war with Russia anymore. Actually, we can go with Hitler, Jugend, and some other guys. And we're gonna do this. And I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. What is the matter with these troops? No location set. That's all that we're producing now, or what? The SS Panzer Division. The Panzer Division 2. The SS Panzer Grenadier Division. We have captured a lot of units from a lot of troops from Russia. That was really a nice campaign. And I'm gonna also produce the SS Panzer Division 2. I think I'm gonna produce. There's 25 of them. We're really gonna need a lot. We have also lost a lot of divisions, by the way, in the last war. In Franken. And the SS Pan. Oh, we got a lot. Hang on a second. We got also the SS Infantry. With the 17,000 troops, we're gonna produce, let's say, 30 of them. Because the Ostruppen were the last ones. So let's produce, let's just say 30 of them. I don't want to produce too many, just 30. Either buyer. And that's it. The Ostruppen would be important, but the SS Panzer Division 2 would be actually the most important. And we could also refit some other stuff here. Refit the 10th Panzer Division and 4 more. We're gonna just refit it. Let me just do it. And upgrade refit it. And then we're gonna have it here, the 10th Panzer Division, which has been refitted. We're gonna create, let's just say, 15 of them. And so we're gonna have 525 division, and we're gonna have even more because we're gonna need them. Now, we were supposed to be at war with Turkey, but where are they? What is the matter? Oh, this is Turkey and it's independent. No, actually they're at war with us. They are at war with us. I didn't even notice that. Okay, so we're gonna do the easy way here. We're gonna send this dude. Gonna take them all the way up onto Istanbul, and yeah, Istanbul can be taken by our allies. I don't care. I'm also launching an invasion here to take this tiny island, the Northern Brits. They didn't leave. They got 12 divisions in the mountains. So we're gonna take them out. I'm gonna take them out even faster. They were sending some troops, but I didn't know. And yeah, that's okay. I'd like to create more marine divisions. We can create a lot more, like at least like 4 more. So let's have it. So I'm gonna create them in parallel. One in Württemberg. And I'm not done yet. I just want to take this dude and try to invade here in Greenland. See if it's gonna work. I'm not quite sure it's gonna work, but I just hope it will. There we go, in Greenland, and then we're gonna invade this island and so on and so forth. We're gonna get closer to the US. Reserve convoys. I think it should work actually. And going back here. Yeah, he should just take care of this island as well. Alright, cool. Now we could launch an attack. Get Buderia, maybe get to install. It looks a little bit strange, but whatever. Shit, because we need to arrive in time. The Allies will try to invade into Russia. What about Russia? Russia is independent. Yes, Stalin is independent. So we fought so much against him, and now he's independent. How is that? And this is... What the hell? This is in our faction. What is this? Russian Empire. Russian Empire is in our faction. This is very strange. This seems to be very strange. Because I didn't really pay attention while I was doing the Soviet Union. I guess that's why. Yeah, the Soviet Union still exists, so it fought for nothing. Of course, it's much weakened right now, and we got the German right over here, big territory. Korea is independent. Japan is still fighting. It's fighting good. Drag the enemy back. I think they're still fighting in these islands, one way or another. And we're gonna have some battles down here. I just don't have to wait until the troops will arrive. I'm taking a huge amount of attrition. I would like to stop this, but it is not really possible. Oh man, the Allies pull us back a lot here in Africa. In fact, they need to encircle us. They need to send some reinforcements now. That's a Panzer division. I also sent some units to this Panzer division Hitler Jugend. There you go. I wanted to do that. Then I need more Osttrooper. A lot of Osttrooper battalions. Nah, I think I'm gonna stop here for now. And of course we got a lot of military divisions, but we're still recruiting a lot more. But more than that, now that we got so much equipment from the Russians. Unfortunately, Africa will not be able to take it, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna attack directly to America, in the heart of the Americans, to see what we're gonna do there. Now, of course, we can declare war here. We should also recapture Turkey because we are again at war with them. Actually, Rommel is moving through Turkey as we speak. He's just gonna take a new one, take out our own army. And then we're gonna see what we're gonna do with Turkey. In fact, I would like to annex it. We didn't even have an army. Yeah, I think we should use this cipher, one of them, against the French. That would be good. Let's go. And our allies are also moving forward and take Turkey. We don't even need to do anything. So I'm still taking so much attrition, this is unbelievable. But as I said, I will still try to annex Turkey, especially Istanbul. They got it. Our allies are also moving on. So I think that's let me just also put some pressure on them. I guess then we have some troops. Where's their captain? Is it here? Oh, good. Because they have lost it. Alright, let's go back here. We're almost done here as well, as one can see. Intelligence. We'll annex also Denmark. And we'll battle with the Americans. Of course, this is going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. But let me tell you what I want to do now. I have to send the guys in Washington. I'm sending 3 of them in Washington. Alright, are we gonna take... what about here? Yeah, here isn't the Chinese are pulling the Allies back. We're gonna see what we're gonna do in Asia. In Africa we didn't do very good because of attrition. In Asia we got the same problem. Attrition is enormous. Also has a toll on our manpower. Simply absent from units. What do we have? Alright, we got the Romans, right? Enormous. Send him back in order to stop this attrition. I'm gonna have to stop taking attrition. This is not alright. I said that we could attack here in the middle of Asia. Doesn't really seem so. The Americans might be forecasting. But here we're doing fine, so fine so that I'm gonna try pull them, the Allies back in Iran. The American tanks, as you can see, are taking some attrition, some losses. What about Turkey? We just about to take it out. Not really working that. But our allies are at least doing that. Well, they capitulated, but we didn't get anything. And what exactly happened to them? They had been annexed by what, Syria? Bulgaria. Yeah, looks like they gave us Bosphorus Strait or whatever, the Aegean Islands. We're making now 20,000 now, but it's still not enough. I managed to sink some American Navy, but the navies have sunk almost our entire fleet. None of our fleet is putting up together, this is good. We're just gonna keep patrolling in this area because we need to get closer. Oh, we got some air support probably, huh? I don't think I was supposed to press this. It worked. This was supposed to be our territory now, I guess. The first forces. Yeah, but now we've lost. I'm gonna get less than that. Because this was not happening. A lot of rice commissariats, and we can ask almost all of them for some manpower. It's not going to be a big deal, but as you can see, it's just going to help a little bit. So with Turkey, we have some troops here. We're taking attrition. That's good. We're going to keep them there. Unfortunately, we're taking a lot of attrition down here, while the allies are not. Which means that they could pull us back a lot. There are a lot of Chinese troops pulling them back. Alright. Guess that they don't have to defend against something else, against someone else. They're also occupying Great Britain. To say that as well, they are having also some bases in there. It's not looking good. Now, so that we're taking a little bit less attrition, but it's still terrible, I have to say. Right, we could launch and try to launch an attack in here. It's looking good. Yeah, we're gonna pull them back a little bit. That is, I guess, good. I guess capturing one more territory shouldn't be that bad. Stay where you are. Now here is not gonna be worth attacking. We could launch an attack in here. Yeah, I knew this is not gonna work, or maybe it will. Siege artillery. Almost. We were almost successful. Actually, this time it was successful. Even in Africa, but still not enough, of course. I mean, we're still very far away from advancing or something. Should we annex Denmark? No, we're just gonna need more ships there. Waterborough. Gonna send some troops down here. And the Allies are putting us back everywhere. However, we could launch an attack against their tanks right here. Yeah, it looks good. The American tanks are being pulled back. Oh, shit! You fucking piece of shit. Yeah, it doesn't matter. No, I'm not sure where exactly I was, but it just sucks. We are very far away in this game, and it seems that it's just worse. I mean, it might be that kind of bug that sometimes occurs. But I have to say that so far, with all the difficulties, this campaign was really, really good. I didn't expect to be that good, to make it so far. There's still a lot to be done here. This game is so goddamn complicated and so deep. 1st of June 1961, so I think it's not that bad. I'm just gonna have to check again what the hell's going on. So we're still trying to invade there. Turkey has been taken. No, Turkey is just about to be taken. But it will be. And the Allies are, of course, advancing here. We were trying to advance in Africa, and it didn't work, at least for now. It's gonna work later. But yeah, this is where we are, and yeah, I think that we're just gonna have to move on with what we got. But we got 0 manpower. But this was not supposed to happen. As for Hong Kong, they are actually not a faction. They have accepted, that's great. And then we could form Rice Commissariat because we got Russian Empire. Muscovite, right from Soviet Muscovite. There you go. They formed it. Right, we're also gonna have to fight United and unite people and extort heroism and everything. And we're gonna start getting some manpower first of all. The fate of the worlds, well, we're gonna see about that later. And I just still have the feeling that the Chinese moving forward, I think they have taken so many losses, honestly. But they are still somehow able to move forward. And I was also wanting to launch a counterattack against the Americans. Let's just wait a little bit because I think we have advanced here. Wow, whatever, we're gonna wait. Here is Rommel. It doesn't exist. Skill. Better skill than 10. And we can form another panzer divisions here. 12, the 13, and so on. I'm gonna do this, but not now. 1961. Send this video. We have indeed a lot of bonuses. If you take the carry set up the artillery, it seems so, I guess. I guess that we have just but we're not researching anything anymore. I could create, however, heavy tank. Let's create it. Heavy tank must be this one. A super heavy tank. Alright. This one. There you go. And cavalry set proper artillery. Cavalry. There you go. Relay H. There you go. Crap. Trying to produce this kind of tiger tank because we got the new panzer divisions and stuff like that. But I have a lot of tiger or heavy tanks from the Russians here. And we got the 10th Panzer Division and some other stuff, so we're doing fine. We'll also do something else because I think we were supposed to have a lot of equipment as far as I know. 504,000 anti-tank. We're not lacking any 5 million infantry equipment. It's insane. You can create everything, even take nutrition, it doesn't really matter. There's also a lot of tanks, heavy tanks, look at this. And planes, of course. Got everything, we don't need anything. Now, this is that we're gonna have to buy something. Hang on a second. So now this one. There you go, from Portuguese Republic. We're gonna have enough tombstones and stuff. And how about here? Can we create another type of class or something? It seems not. What about here? No, it doesn't seem so. But I guess that we're fine. We could, however, create, let's see, carrier line conversion, carrier early, Graf Zeppelin. They're all carriers, capital ships, the rest are capital ships. And the best is just this one, the Graf Zeppelin. type of battleship? The Shadow Horse? Fucking piece of shit. Light attack. Yeah, it's got less. The Shadow class, I think I can get rid of it. Yeah. A lot of type of destroyers, 1936, 42, 44, so 36 and the others are just gonna get rid of them. Destroyer Asper torpedo boats, improved advanced. Level 3, times 13. I'll get rid of this too. Escort, good. 2 types of escorts. Mine laying, so yeah, there are all kind of stuff here, but I think they are different. This one is better. One is better than the other one. Torpedo attack. I'll get rid of this too. Submarine advance, this is the best, I guess, and submarine interwar. There is no difference between them. Must be. No, there is no difference between the Type B class and so on. I'll get rid of one. And yeah, whatever. Type C class, also submarine. I think this one, these things are looking good. The escort ships. Yeah, the type. So let's just have 10 of them. Yeah, we're still creating a lot of ships. It's going to take quite some time. Nice pigeons. And we're gonna go to July, and I'm gonna end it here in July in 1962. But now we're gonna have the same mistake. I think the problem is that I think the game ends in at the end of June 1961, which means that no matter how far away I want to do this, it's gonna be all over. I'm gonna try it again. If it's gonna happen again, then I guess I'm gonna have to end the campaign, but it's gonna be very, very bad because I wanted to play more. I didn't want to have like a stop date or something. It's just terrible. It wasn't supposed to exist. I mean, I really want to keep playing this game because it is playable, and we have taken out the Russians, then we're just about to take out the Allies, and then it would have been everything gone. Alright, so we're gonna move forward because I think that the end of June 1961 is gonna be all over. This time. Look how many divisions are here, Luftwaffe and so on. Because we got a total of 533 divisions, and I feel we're putting up even more. But as I said, I want to move on to July to see if the game continues. If it's not going to continue, I'm just going to leave it. But so I don't want to do too much stuff here because I think the whole thing might happen because of this. I cannot even initialize the stuff here. Yeah, we can create more. I mean, the game is really cool, but the fact that it's ending like this abruptly is terrible. Put 2 armies. guy is having most of the troops. Something right there in Romania. Yeah, 23rd of June. Okay, let's go on through this because does it seem that something is going to be this is June? We have a battle or something or what? Alright, there you go. Now it works, but I don't want to annex Denmark. This we got ratio income. No, actually, we got a new lot of ratios, but it doesn't matter because we can build them. We got industrial farms. Yeah, this is also our territory, and as you can see, we can simply build them. The allies have not yet retreated. Frankly, it doesn't really matter. We just need to expand this. Even if this is not really our territory, as I said. Also in the UK, in France, everywhere. Alright, that's enough. We got a lot of factories and such. We got also 119 dockyards and 790 military factories. 28th of June. Hang on a second. I'm gonna save it again. Yeah, right, so the game just ends here. That's why we cannot do anything. I'm gonna have to end the campaign here. This was a nice big ass campaign, but unfortunately, because I wanted to keep playing it, you know, up until the end, until we're gonna finish the game, because I was just about to finish it. The campaign is over. It's gonna be the last episode, and we're gonna move on perhaps with another campaign. We'll see about that. Trying until 1961 to capture everything we can. Of course, the game still lacks a lot of stuff. We couldn't use nuclear bombs, although we had them, which is a little bit of a shame. I mean, as far as I know, the Soviets have used them, and we were also supposed to use them as well. That way, I think we would have finished the game earlier, honestly. It was very difficult, by the way. But this is what it is. So the campaign is over. We've made it so far. I'm just gonna offer the last impressions. You can see we also make still some even more upgrades. There are a lot of bugs down here. The game needs to be made better. We got 35 nukes, from which we could use a lot. And you can take a look. I'm gonna have to move one day forward. Yeah, this is gonna be the last day. So I think, where else do we have some support? Here in Africa, on Leopold here. Yeah, for example, here was supposed to be to use the nuclear bomb, but as you can see, we don't have the option to do so. So the game need to be remade, and I was actually trying to move as far away as possible to play as far away as possible. The next objective would have been to invade the United States and Greenland, and in here in Labrador, and invade Canada and so on and so forth. That would have been the next objective. The other objective would be to defeat the Allies in Asia, as you can see, together with the Chinese. Somehow, strangely, the Chinese just enter the war on our side. We also got 0 manpower, and we cannot change actually the recruitment law here. This is another problem, another bug that is taking place right now. But anyway, yeah, and this is what I wanted to do here. Just to fight the Allies here against Iran, and then try to invade India and so on. Dominion of India, which is still puppet state of the United Kingdom. Another thing I could do basically would be to play with the United Kingdom, another campaign, or with the US. That would be, I would say, interesting. But maybe you're gonna do this at some other time. Right now, I guess we're gonna have to end the recording here. I guess it was a nice game. You can leave your impression in the commentary section. What do you guys think of this campaign, or what shall we achieve next time? And yes, I'm gonna end the recording here. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and until next time, bye bye.